Hello there and welcome back to my channel. I make several videos a week all about cruelty-free beauty, so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, hope you'll please consider subscribing. Now, I have seen a lot of these videos around. My favorite YouTubers usually do them, and it is picking out your everyday makeup drawer. And I thought that would be a nice way of actually using up some products that maybe I kind of neglect, or products that maybe I want to use up, maybe they're kind of nearing their expiration date, like mascaras and stuff. So I wanted to just film me picking out my products, and I have this cute little container here. This one come from Walmart. Now the one right here, this one come from the Container Store. I just ordered that one online. There's 3 separate pieces, like 2 of these and then 1 of those. But this one come from Walmart, and if I can find it again, I'll link it for you below in case you're interested. It might be too narrow for what I'm planning, but I'm gonna try it out. So I just want to go through my little thing here. As you can see, I have overflow, and I would really love to be able to cut down on that as well, because I have some products over here that don't even fit in these drawers. But let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with picking out primers. Alright, here are my primers. I just took them out of the drawer so it's easier for me to film and for to show you everything I have. Now, I know right away these 2. I really want to finish the 2 of these Rare Beauty primers. I've had them for a while. They're just the mini sizes, and I always use them together. I just like to mix them, so I really want to use these up. So I am going to be using these, and then I'd like to pick one other primer to really focus on. And that one is definitely my original Poreless Putty Primer, because I've hit a tremendous amount of pan on that, so I want to try to use this one up completely, if at all possible. And in that same drawer, I also have like my correctors and my brighteners. I'm only going to pick out one of these, and that's going to be this one from Milani. I don't like the packaging on this. I like the product, but I hate the packaging, so it's one I definitely want to use up more and get rid of it. Okay, now for my foundations, I don't really know how many to pick. I feel like most people probably pick maybe at least 2 to focus on, so maybe I'll pick a drugstore and a high-end one that I want to focus on. Alright, I think for drugstore, I'm going to pick this one from Hard Candy. This one has been discontinued, sadly, so this is one I need to maybe focus on a little bit more and use it up completely. And this one is in the shade 110, so I need to use this one up, so we'll pick that one for the drugstore. For high-end foundations, I only have 4 of those in here, and the one I think I'm definitely going to pick is this Tinted Moisturizer from Rare Beauty, and I feel like it's getting close to the end of the bottle, so I want to try to use it up completely, because I have other foundations that I need to be using up too, so I'm going to be picking this one for my high-end foundation. For concealers, the only high-end one I have is this one from Say, but I use this one all the time. It's my favorite concealer, so I am going to take that one out. I'd rather focus more on some of these other ones and getting rid of them, so I think I'm going to use the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer and then the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I think these are the 2 I want to focus on the most. Now the next thing would be powders. Now they can't fit in my little acrylic drawer, so I just have them in this little pink little thing here. I probably have way too many, and I do. Okay, I definitely want to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is the light pink one. I don't use this one nearly enough, so this is one that I definitely want to include. I know this one is actually a foundation powder, but I haven't used it in a while from e.l.f. This is their Camo Powder Foundation, so I definitely want to use this one up a little more. So that would be more of like my pressed powder that I want to use. Now for bronzer, I do have way too many bronzers. I need to really start cutting this down. So I think I might focus more on some of the cream ones I have to kind of get them out of the way, since they expire quicker than powders do. So the first one I definitely want to start using more is this one from Milani. This is their liquid contour. I don't like these sponge tip applicators, so this is definitely one that I want to use up. And then the next kind of cream bronzer that I want to use more is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I do really enjoy this one. This one's in the shade Tan Lines, but I want to start using it more because these dry out pretty quickly, I find. So I want to use that one up a little bit more. And for powder, I will pick out 1 powder bronzer to maybe put on top of the cream ones. I feel like my Physicians Formula ones are the least used in my collection, simply because for a while they were not on the cruelty-free list anymore. And this Matte Manoy one is one that I haven't touched in a very long time, so I think that's going to be the one I'll include in my everyday makeup drawer. Okay, for highlighter, same thing. I want to try to focus a little bit more on the cream and liquid ones. And the two I'm going to pick are both of these from Rare Beauty. They're liquid luminizers. I've had these the longest in my collection as far as my liquid highlighters are concerned, so I want to use these up a lot more because I need to finish them off if at all possible. So this will give me a good head start. I'll admit I don't wear much powder highlighter. It's just not something I tend to enjoy. But out of these, probably my least used one would be this one from Tarte. This one is in the shade Fantasy. It came in a holiday set, I think, a few years ago. So I'm going to include this one as a powder highlighter that I can put on top of those two. Cream blush is something that I definitely don't have a shortage of, and I don't really need to be hoarding cream blushes like this because they do go bad, which is unfortunate, and I do have way too many. So let's see. I think for this category, I don't know if I'm going to pick any powder blushes because, well, now my powder blushes are in a whole separate drawer. I have a lot of powder blushes, so I won't be including them in this video because it's just a huge hassle where I have them. They're in an entire dresser drawer. It's filled, so I don't really want to bother with those, but these are the ones I need to be using anyway because these are all creams and liquids. These right here, I'm going to try to pick 4. These 3 I know for sure I want to use and try to use up, especially now these 2 I feel like I can definitely make that happen. There is hardly no product in these LA Colors. These are the cream gel blushes, and they're in the shades Tainted Love, Hypnotized, and Nude Glow. I like this formula better than I do these, so these are some that I want to use up. And for the 4th, maybe I can use more of a cream. I think I'm gonna go with this one from LYS. This one is in the shade Empower. I don't use this one nearly enough, so I think this is gonna be the one I use for my cream blush this time. Okay, this is kind of like my little mascara, brow, eyeliner little thing. Well, first off, I'm gonna be picking, of course, this eyeshadow primer from Milani. This is the only one I use, so I'm gonna put that one, of course, in my little drawer, as well as this Rare Beauty liquid liner. This is the only liquid liner I own, so I am going to be including that one. For brows, I really want to focus on this brow pencil from Rare Beauty. Now, see, this is the old formula. This one had a brow gel included in it, so this is one that I definitely want to use up, especially since she's reformulated it. I think maybe if I use it daily, I probably could finish it up. I've already really finished up the gel in here, so I do want to use this one, as well as the Rare Beauty brow powders. I definitely want to continue using these. I would love to be able to hit pan on these. I do have a significant dip in both of them. It's probably hard to tell, but I want to use both of these for my brow products. And as for the brow gel, I'm just going to use this Wow Brow Gel from e.l.f. For mascara, I really want to focus on the Merit Tubing Mascara and the Rare Beauty. These are the oldest mascaras in my collection, and I really want to make sure that I get a ton of use out of them before I have to declutter them, so I'm going to be using both of these. And as for liners, I want to pick 2 colored ones, so I'm going to pick these 2 from LA Colors. These are the Neon Gel Eyeliners. This one's in the shade Enchanted, and the blue one is in the shade Swell. I don't use these nearly enough. I'm not a big liner person, to be honest, unless I'm doing a look for Instagram, but I want to start using these more so I can get a ton more use out of them. Okay, for my lip liners, well, this one's not really a lip liner. This one's from Rose Inc. This is kind of like a lip crayon type thing. Let me get it open. And this one's in the shade Abstraction. I really do enjoy this one. I love the color of it. I'm running out of real estate, so I'm just going to put it right there. I love the color. The only thing about it is it has kind of a terrible odor to it. I don't know if that means it expired or not, but I haven't experienced any irritation with it or anything like that, so I want to continue using it until I feel like I can't anymore, because I did just recently get this. I wore this in the video where I recreated Remy Park's look, so I do enjoy the product, but that scent is just pretty badly. So I'm going to include this one in my everyday lip drawer and start using it up more so I can get more use out of it before I either have to declutter it or maybe I can use it up. I don't know, but I'm going to include that one. And for the other lip liner, I want to use this one from Rare Beauty. This is the Kind Words Matte Lip Liner in the shade Lively. I feel like Lively is probably my least used out of all of my lip liners, and I don't know why, because that's a stunning shade and it's right up my alley, so I am going to use this one. Okay, and here are all my lipsticks, lip glosses, lip balms. Everything fits in these little acrylic lipstick holders. So the first thing, I do want to grab the matching matte lipstick from Rare Beauty in the shade Lively. I don't know which one of these it is. Oh, look at that. I grabbed it on the first try. Yay. I don't use this one nearly enough like I do the other shades, so I'm going to use that one. And I need one more lipstick to maybe kind of focus on, and that's this one from Joa. This one is in the shade Yas. They don't make this one anymore. I believe they discontinued it, so I do want to use up what I have left. So I am going to be including this one, and I'd like to include at least maybe a lip balm and a lip gloss. Now for lip gloss, I do want to be using this one more. This one is new to me. This one's from Royalty Cosmetics. They did send this to me in PR. Just want to be upfront about that right now. This one's in the shade Diana. This is a beautiful gloss. It is glittery and sparkly, and it has the most beautiful like sweet scent to it. I don't know if you can see all that really pretty fine glitter in that. And it's not gritty or anything on the lips. It's really nice and comfortable formula, so that's really nice. So this is going to be a gloss I'd like to use because it is newer to my collection. I want to get some more use out of it. For a lip balm, I feel like I don't use this one enough. This one's the Hydrating Core Lip Shine from e.l.f. This one's in the shade Delightful. It's a very pretty shade, but I feel like I haven't been using it a lot, I guess because maybe the color, but it don't really look like that on your lips. But I'm going to include this one so I can get some more use out of it. Now for eyeshadow palettes and little singles here, I'm sorry I didn't take you along while I picked these out, but my eyeshadow palettes and also my powder blushes are just not displayed properly enough for me to be able to take my camera in there and show you. I don't think I could get too good of video quality right now. I'm hoping maybe in the future I can work on my display for my eyeshadow palettes and my powder blushes as well. But until then, I went ahead and picked these out. And the reason why I did is because all 4 of these are newer to my collection and all of them are from ColourPop. I have this one. This is the ColourPop Forever Floral Eyeshadow Palette. Oh, these beautiful peachy pinks. You can see exactly why I picked this up. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I love these tones. So I do want to get some good use out of that one. As well as the Peach Out palette, which there again, beautiful, peachy, warm tones. Love these kind of tones. The Forever Floral has more of the pinky peach, and this is just straight peach. And I definitely can't wait to use them because I haven't had a chance to yet. And for single shadows, I definitely want to use these 2 from ColourPop. This one is in the shade Wannabe, which is so stunning. I mean, look at that. So beautiful. And then this one is in the shade Mighty Morphin, which is just pretty much a straight up glitter. It is stunning. Definitely want to pair these 2 up with these palettes. So these are going to be the ones that I include in my everyday little makeup container here. So now that I've picked out all of my products, let's go ahead and put them in the container. I don't know if they'll fit. This container might be too narrow, but I'm going to try. Okay, so there's my little everyday makeup drawer. I don't know if I picked out too many products, but I thought this might give me a little bit of enough of variety to really work on and focus on these products. And then I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. Maybe about at least for the rest of the summer. You know, this month, July, and then maybe the month of August, and then maybe start fresh in September or something like that. I think maybe this could be a good drawer to focus on for 2 months, and that will give me an opportunity to start using up some of these more, at least to get enough use out of them where I feel comfortable in replacing them with something else. But thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you did enjoy today's video. I enjoyed putting this little container together, and I do like how slim this is. It will fit perfectly on my little table where I do my makeup. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!